Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this hyper delayed round, round 5 actually, of the Audi GTO Sunday Fun Day on Saturday. Man, it's been a minute, but I am your host, Cole McRae, and today we're joined by Andrew D. Say hello, Andrew.
Hello, everyone.
It's good to be back. It's good to be back. First of all, I must apologize. As usual, it's these videos have been kind of getting delayed, and in the past it's not been my fault so much, but more recently I've had a schedule change that's kind of allowed me a little more freedom. I've just not been keeping on top of this, so I look forward to changing that. But so far, here's what we got. I believe this is several weeks ago, but that makes it kind of extra fun, a little extra layer of mystery to the championship there. Oh, I just realized I won't be able to check the results. I don't think.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna
Oh well.
try.
But as you might be able to tell, we are at Autodrom most for this round of the final round of this series. Actually, we're just finishing up qualifying here. We've got Tobias Thierolf in first place currently, leading Martin Smith by just barely a smidge. James Butler shortly behind, and Martin Emmons behind him. But not over until the fat lady sings, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 32 seconds left. This will be quite an interesting one. We're still using the Andrew D special technology cast, where he has gone in and trimmed it for extra excitingness. So we thank him. But as we've seen in the past, sometimes it's not necessary. There's kind of action happening all the time in these absolutely insane Audis. And there we go. Officially, Tobias Thierolf is in first place qualifying, followed shortly by Martin Smith, James Butler in third, Martin Evans in fourth. Wow, not very often we don't see the Martins qualifying together. Andrew D in fifth place, Bertrand Barrier in sixth, Magic Cash Chuck in seventh, Javier Vega in eighth, Steve Davidson ninth, and Renee Ermer in 10th place. So got pretty good sized field. 14 cars.
Yeah, I've
That's
forgotten all the people that came.
yeah, no kidding. We normally have somewhere between 9 and probably 12 or 13, so 14 isn't outrageously huge, but definitely a good showing. So the warm-up is the period we take to let everyone kind of settle in, bathroom break. I mean, I guess you could have a snack. It'd have to be a pretty quick snack, though. And just kind of get ready for the race. I'm not very familiar with Autodrom most. We've had a few races there, but not very many. Are you?
It's quite a good track, actually. I quite like the track. It's fast. It's got some tricky bits to it.
I
Um,
see.
but
That's
yeah, it's good. Like right through here, this can be pretty squirrely.
This is a Czech track, right?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay.
Mr. Butler, who I think is on an H pattern.
Yeah, we've discussed that several times before. I think the meta strategy is sequential mode, but with a clutch, right? Is that what we determined?
I think James is using the full-on clutch everything, clutch shifter, the whole bit. Whereas I think Martin Smith may have been using paddles in clutch.
Yes. I think that's kind of or at least the most powerful way. I do respect Mr. Butler for going with the full H pattern though, because these cars were H pattern, I believe, in real life.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I think so. I'd have to look it up.
And as always, we are locked on one of the lower power settings, unfortunately. So not any of the 700 or 800 horsepower nonsense, but we got still pretty
Yeah,
decent chunk of power here.
I think the spread between the medium setting and the high setting is not a huge difference. I'd
Oh,
have to get into the game and really see how much it bumps the horsepower out, but I don't think it's a huge difference.
that makes sense. Pretty good time to discuss the next challenge that's popping up very shortly here as we speak. It's the Mercedes Fest, which, well, I guess technically it's the DTM Fest, right? But they're all Mercedeses anyways.
Yeah, where they change cars, go through the years for each different race.
Very fun. That'll be coming up on the 21st, if I remember correctly. And it'll be quite a ride. We're gonna go through what's the first one in the early 90s. Well, I know they have DTM 92 in this game. That has to be the first
Yep,
Mercedes DTM in
yep.
the game.
I
So,
think they're doing the 92s right off the bat.
and then they got the 95s, and they have a
Yeah,
bunch
I can't
more of them
remember
in
if
there.
they skipped over the 95s. There was one or two dropped so that they could go up to the 2020s at the end.
Very nice. I don't know. I like the older DTMs a little better. They start to become a little too grippy, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah,
definitely
they were.
precision machines, but the having the classic ones just with a bunch of power and not very much downforce, having to
Yeah,
wring them out and control them.
they were nice and slippy, and yeah, they were good.
Hmm.
But we'll see how that works out.
It'll be interesting to see how the driving dynamics change. Who is dominant or less dominant in the field?
Yeah, that's right. That could mix things up as time goes on.
Not very
Okay.
often we see a really varied roster for the at least as far as cars go for the series.
Mhm. Okay.
So here we go, doing a rolling start, a short rolling start, crossing the finish line shortly, and when it crosses, we'll switch to the other view. There you go. And green flag's waving. Race underway, as you can see in the top left corner, for the final round of the Audi Sunday Funday on Saturday. Immediately, someone's falling behind. I believe it's Martin Smith. Early on the brakes, as Tobias Thieroff is clearly in first.
Gets a good
Looks like
lead
Martin Emmons
now.
is struggling a little bit as well to fend off James Butler. And Butler's actually on the charge. He's grabbing up all the space behind Tobias. Javier Vega versus Magic Kazchuk. A little bit of awkward dancing going on between them. Oh, so lots of sliding from Javier, and he's going to lock it up. Ooh, a little hit.
Almost got it, but he just got tapped.
Yeah, it's... Having anti-lock brakes on any of these cars would definitely be a downside, I think. Andrew D on board. He's grabbed a position, it looks like.
James Butler somehow. Well, I guess we did see him get up front, but it was kind of hard to
Oh, we
see.
got a spin. Is that Tobias Thieroff?
Yep, Tobias spun.
Oh no. Off the pole and into the mud. That leaves James Butler to claim first place.
Yeah, he had actually managed to grab it, I think, already. But that solidifies it, without doubt.
Javier Vega versus Heinrich Ermer, I believe. Nope, that's David Feit. David Feet.
Yeah.
The feet goes off a little bit. Gives Vega the go through, and Vega's got a ton of speed coming up to Mauricio Delgado and Heinrich Ermer. I think the two might be
And they're
fighting.
both wide.
Oh, way open door. They both go wide, and Vega just drives through. Excellent view of that too, by the way. Martin Smith versus Steve Davidson. He had a pretty poor start. I'm not entirely sure what caused that.
Martin Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he sort of came late to the race, but he's had the habit of just popping in and doing well. So I guess it's taking him a little bit to get warmed up.
Yeah, I guess you can't complain too much of that. We got C. Haugom in the pits. He was one of the farther back ones in the field. Must have gotten some damage off an incident. Smith hot on the tail of Davidson. It looks like Tobias Thieroff is hot on the tail of Eric S. for 8th place. He got it close as 200ths for a second, but probably I got the door closed on him if I had to guess.
Oh, Steve is a bit wide there. And that's
So
Martin
that
through.
leaves. Yeah, the door is left wide open for Martin Smith. Now looking at David Feet, who watches Mauricio Delgado go way wide. Battle might be forming here, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, Delgado's going to have slippy tires.
We had a nice run on Delgado, but there's not enough speed difference to make it that easy. Heinrich, or this David Ackerbelts?
Yeah, I think I say that wrong. I think it's actually Ackerbelts.
Ackerbelts?
Kind of like Ackerman steering. I realized afterwards on a different video that I was saying his name totally wrong. So I think it would be Acre. That could be wrong too.
Well, I mean, the way I usually do it is if someone complains, then I change.
Yeah.
Oh, Mauricio Delgado is a freaking loose cannon today. I mean, I guess he's always kind of a loose cannon, but he's using every inch of the track. Holy moly. Well, David Feet just gets the go through, and looks like Heinrich Ermer does as well. No.
Nope. No, he's
Wait, no, Heinrich Ermer's way back. Who is that? Oh, it must be a back marker getting lapped.
Yeah, I don't know who we're coming up to here.
Wow.
Aircast is on gamepad, so you always have to be a bit careful around him.
Oh yeah, I think. Oh wow.
Oh,
Rene Ermer goes way off. I will say, being on gamepad is not as much a disadvantage in Raceroom as it is in some other racing games. I think Raceroom's implementation of gamepad is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think they have a couple of little aids. I have to try it out one day, but I just can't stomach the idea of doing it.
Maybe I should give it a shot. That'd be
just
kind
to
of
see
fun.
how bad it really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Martin Smith through Magic Kazchuk now up into fourth place.
Oh no!
Kazchuk gets a bobble. Not entirely sure what happened there. Must have been some untoward liftoff oversteer or something.
Yeah, coming into that corner is quite difficult. Once it gets turning, it wants to keep turning.
No
you have
kidding.
To be real careful. You got to come in pretty shallow.
Yeah, he was able to corral it. So good job for him, but did end up losing a couple positions off the bat there. Tobias, formerly TH.
Yeah, after his spin, he's hanging on to 6.
I think that's about where he ended up after the poor start, but I'm not entirely sure. Steve Davidson having a rough time navigating this Audi through this course. Looks like Tobias might have a run on the outside. Davidson working to keep that door closed. Ooh, a little bit of a punt.
Steve, brake too late. I was going to say thank you very much there, I think. There we are. Steve's in the mirror.
Yeah, you can see him appear there. Not too far behind, but it's going to take a pretty nasty dive to get that position back at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We also got Magic Kazchuk trying to rake his position back from, I believe it was Tobias that took it. No, it was Martin. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I forget who he's up behind. Anyhow, he's up behind Steve now.
Oh no!
I spoke too soon.
Ooh, keep it off the wall.
And I think that's the same place that he had trouble last lap.
Yeah, it seems to be a common occurrence. Javier Vega, who we recently witnessed having quite a tear, is now on his own up in 10th place. They qualified 8th. Ooh, getting a little bit out of shape, and there he goes around.
Pounded the sausage curbs.
Gets the reverse going. What are you doing, man? Oh, into the wall.
Yeah, it's not good on the body panels.
I mean, it didn't look like too bad of a hit, especially into those tire barriers, but who knows with the way that works.
Yeah, I think you can damage these cars pretty easy when you hit something.
I thought he was being clever with the reverse because that could have been a pretty cool move, but
Yeah, I think
stayed in it for a little bit too long.
in a two-wheel drive car that would have worked just fine, but in the all-wheel drive car,
That's a good point.
yeah.
Yeah, because the power distribution is really rearward in these cars, so which is good for when you're going forward, but not so much when you're going backward. It behaves like a front-wheel drive understeer machine. Renee Irmer on the inside of Magic Catch Check. Catch Check locks up and goes sliding in into Eric S. Wait, did Eric feel that too much?
I think.
Yeah, he did. He's dropping
went,
like a.
is.
Well, no, now he's getting it back. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. He either had a good time or a bad time. That's all I'm prepared to say. David fighting off someone. Not entirely sure who.
Probably Vic Vega. No, Vic's way too far behind. So it must have been Delgado.
Oh, Acre Belts? Not entirely sure.
No, he's
It's
way
Mauricio
out.
Delgado and David Acre Belts, so yeah. Just watching the little nearby display there in the bottom right.
Yes, okay. I missed that.
It just popped in for a second.
Just
Yeah, there
flashed
we go.
in, yeah.
So David Acre Belts is a back marker.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's going sliding in the background. That's a nice drift. Oh wow, watching his rearview mirror. If you can, audience, go back about 7 or 8 seconds. Did he save it? It sounds like he might have. Yeah, he did. More or less. I gotta go back and see that. That was fantastic. He went full
I have
sideways.
to go back and look now because I missed it.
Yeah, at about 15:25 or so left in race 1. You can't really see it in this view, but you can see him in the rear view or in the side view mirror of David Feet there. He was full sideways. And again, it can't confirm, but I'm pretty sure he's able to straighten it out, full rallycross style. We might have a save of the day candidate there.
Damn, and I can't rate it because I can't see it.
Damn it. Well, I mean, and I only had like 3 pixels of viewing, but I'm prepared to call it an 8. That was pretty solid.
All right.
Oh yeah, we're seeing some
We'll go with that.
crazy handiwork from Eric S. confirming that he is indeed on a controller or a keyboard even. He might be on a keyboard. That's more erratic than even I see controllers.
Yeah, could be.
I'm inclined to trust you though. What were you gonna say?
I can't remember. Anyhow, he's based in Sierra Leone, I think. So keyboard wouldn't surprise me at all.
David Feet hot on the tail of Mauricio Delgado. They've been back and forth for the last several laps.
Yeah, they're having a good fight.
Two good guys having a good fight. You know, sometimes you just want to punch your best friend in the schnoz. What is that track cut? Excuse me, who is that? Is that Acre Belts?
Could have been, I don't know. That's where with the car is all the same. I have no clue. Unless the camera's on the car, I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. That was holy track penalties,
David's
Batman.
taking a look. Yeah, this is basically the only race on the track now.
And Acre Belts has gone to the pits, so that might be a retirement there.
Yeah, if he hit one of those sausage curbs, that could have been his day.
It's definitely possible.
Okay, another race developing here. If Eric can catch up to Magic.
Versus Eric S.
Yeah.
I want to see someone try and drive like this in real life. Not using a controller, but like trying to emulate controller movements with a wheel. Just going back and forth and back and forth really fast.
You're going to scare everyone else on the road big time.
You're going to break your wrists probably.
Well, what you could do is
I'll pay
just
the medical. I'll pay the medical bills of anyone who tries it.
well, just really loosen off the steering, you know, quite seriously, so that when you turn the wheel, not a whole lot happens. You got to get it off the little knurling and everything.
Oh yeah, just grab the power steering pump off of like an old '60s Impala or something. One of those really overboosted ones. Use that.
Yeah, could do that. Oh,
Or just turn your feedback all the way to 0 if you're on this game. Oh, Heinrich Irmer off. Did it with David Feet, but he don't care. He's got all-wheel drive in a dream. We still got putting a little bit of space in between him and Feet behind.
the all-wheel drive does handle grass well.
Do you think maybe Audi designed all-wheel drive because they had a hard time coming across like racing drivers in their programs, and were like, all right, fine, we'll make this car basically unspinnable.
It could be. Maybe they could put in a, you know, a substandard driver and he would do just great.
I actually, there has to be a story behind that, right? Because no one does something like this just for no reason, right? They had to be like, what if we powered all the wheels?
I think it came down to a cost thing, but yeah, there had to be some.
Whoa,
Wow!
Mauricio got him with a huge roll. Oh my gosh, he's on his roof. Holy crap. That was, oh, and okay, you can respawn, that's good. Holy moly.
Kinda think I remember something about that. I heard he was on Voice, and there was kind of an oh no that came out of him.
I'm surprised if it was just oh no. There'd be growlixes coming out of my mouth with the freaking all the symbols like in a comic or something. That was incredible. That was a violent one too, and only one roll.
Yeah, there's a little sausage. Oh, you miss it right there. There's a little sausage there. It's not very big, but you're hitting it at pretty high speed. So if you just catch it right, yeah, you're done.
Well, as I always tell myself, it's not size that matters. It's how deadly it is.
Yeah, a 22 will do you in just as easily as a 45.
But Andrew D's actually having a really good day here. He started, I believe, 5th and is now up to 3rd.
Yeah,
On the podium, not looking too shabby. James Butler is absolutely out of there, but
yeah, he had a fabulous race.
Not too shabby.
At least up to this point.
Martin Smith having basically the opposite race.
Yes,
Qualified
he
second.
did not come through the field as expected, as he normally would.
Although D is maybe grabbing a couple of tenths here and there on Martin Edmonds ahead. We'll have to keep an eye on that to see if that develops into a conflict. What's going on there between
right. Oh, go ahead.
Heinrich Irmer and Henrik Irmer, I mean. Oh no, it's back marker drama.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think Martin Edmonds was trying soft tires on the back. And I could probably do something to pick that up. But anyways, so we had a split tire system. So medium on the front, soft on the back. Because the back tires, they don't wear as quickly.
Oh, yeah.
But okay. I think about this point in the race, things were starting to get a little bit difficult to drive. So that might be why D is catching up to him a bit. Whoa, Martin hanging on with dear life.
Well, that's a bit of a double-edged sword because while the wears do wear quicker, the rears do wear quicker.
Slower on the back.
Oh, sorry, yeah. While the rears do wear slower, they are also arguably the ones that prevent your spinnage more often than not.
Yeah.
So losing the grip on those.
A little bit more in acceleration and stuff. But yes, you're right. As they wear down, the car gets harder and harder to keep going in a straight line.
So we'll have to see that we might have a conflict between Edmonds and D. We've got 7.5 minutes, roughly enough.
Okay, Magic starting to catch up to Ermer.
We got Christian Hogum and Bertrand Barrier departing this this round, but everyone else staying in. A little round of applause to you guys. Martin Smith hot on the tail of Steve Davidson. Yeah, you can tell Martin is abusing the hell out of that transmission. He's not making any too many friends with his dog box there.
Yeah, the mechanics are not going to be too happy with them.
Only got to last 25 minutes.
But then they got to fix it up for race 2.
Hey, you got 2 differentials. Just use one up during this race and use the other one during the next race.
That was Heinrich on the side. No, I don't think it was. I think I misread that.
You got Renee Armour versus Magic Kazchuk. Magic's had some untoward luck when it comes to one of those last couple of corners. But seems to have had a pretty stable race the last couple laps.
Now, I think the readout on this is correct. So Martin Smith was holding down the fastest lap.
Makes sense. He's got really good pace in basically every instance.
Just that the other cars got so much of a lead before he got on pace that he's not catching up.
Although, with that said, he's still even having a little bit of trouble getting by Steve Davidson.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if Magic's going to have a good time coming into this corner. You could tell he's still struggling there a bit. That corner was giving him a rough time.
Yeah, well, he that thing plowed into the turn right before. I'm kind of surprised what happened there. Oh, we got some slidey action going from Martin Smith, and not going to be too much of a problem. Davidson had a bit of a suboptimal line going into that corner complex.
And Steve still got the inside there, so back to Magic.
Magic versus Ermer.
Okay, he could get a good run here, I think. The camera didn't think so. Plus, these two guys are racing as well, so it's got to switch back and forth.
They are, but not quite as closely. It looks like Kazchuk is falling off a little bit.
Oh, Steve is in the dust. I get the feeling that was a piss off for Steve.
Yeah, you can't be too happy with that result. Happens. Kazchuk gonna go for a dive? Nope. Tomorrow's another day.
Well, kudos to Renee for not making any mistakes.
Definitely. Magic Kazchuk he's got his eyes on the prize. He's gotta wait for,
Oh, it's a slide, but
there was a little slide.
It didn't cost him in speed, so.
We didn't see that other one by Mr. Who did the last one? Was that Heinrich?
Steve Davids.
Was that Davidson?
Oh, the last big slide.
The one that happened at about 15 minutes. That one that was like really, really good, but we almost
in the mirror. Yeah, I don't know who it was. So.
Might have been Akerbelts actually. But whatever. It doesn't quite hold a candle to that maybe. I don't know, depending on how good it actually was. But
yeah, this one was.
That might be a candidate for save of the day.
I'll give this one a 6. So if the other one was an 8, then the other one still wins.
Well, it's a preliminary 8. You know, I gotta get a better. I go have an investigative replay. Although on my rating scale, it's basically impossible to get a perfect 10. You have to, like for example, it has to be just absolutely crazy. Like if Mauricio Delgado had landed his roll perfectly and then power slid out of it, that would have probably been considered a 10, depending if he took any damage.
But you
But
always have to leave a little bit of room, like so 9.998. You got to leave a little bit of room in case someone comes up with something even better.
oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if someone will do a triple round off corkscrew type thing, and they're gonna make that work, and then I'll be out of numbers. I'll have to call that 11.
You can tell Magic is hungry, but he's not finding
He
a way.
is going on the inside. It's
Well, he's
gonna
going to be
transfer to
outside
outside.
now.
Ooh, and that's an unideal place to be outside, but it does force Armor to be extra awkward with his line because he can't hit Magic. Magic might get a cutback. We'll run out. Oh, looks like Irmer is struggling to maintain grip. Kazchuk might yet be. Nope, just kidding.
Here's his chance.
He's on the inside.
He's on the inside, yeah.
Gotta close that door. Both of them, really. Oh, Irmer powered on through the next turn complex, but a little bit of understeer, and now he's off-road. That might be 7th place to Magic.
He's in the back mirror now.
Good fight there. That was
good
very tense for a second there.
That is, these cars I found, they are very good at going side by side through the corners. So you can have a good race through a series of corners.
I didn't know that.
It's funny, in a way, they're such an awful car to drive at first, but when you get used to them, you start to see some good advantages in them, some good traits.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, we must be at the end because the video switched.
We got Javier Vega showing some damage. He's not had the best race of all time.
Okay, I'm going to take this chance.
Oh, D's tracked down Martin Edmonds. Sorry to interrupt you there.
All right.
You said I wanted to take this chance for something?
Yeah, see if I can find that slide.
Oh, the slide?
Yeah.
There's about 15:30 left in race 1, I believe. With that, checker flag's waving. Unfortunately, we don't get to see a breakdown of who finished when. Yeah, cut that a little bit weird, but
yeah, cut out the finishing bit.
Pretty sure in the next one
I see that slide. Yes, it's too bad it cut away, but I saw the slide.
Do you happen to have the replay in your Raceroom files?
Yeah.
We can maybe examine that later if we wanted to.
The problem is I can't tell if he hung on to it because it cut away.
Okay, and that's official. Race 1 is in the books. We have James Butler taking first place basically without any fanfare. Martin Edmonds in second, barely holding on in front of Andrew D, who was getting real close at the end there. Tobias Thieroff in fourth, Martin Smith fifth, Steve Davidson sixth, the Magic Kazchuk seventh, Renee Ermer in eighth, Eric S in ninth, and David Feet bringing up 10th place. Non-finishers, Christian Haugum and Bertrand Barrier.
I think Bertrand stuck around. Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Oh, did he? It said he was out.
Yeah, but like dead in the water, out of the game, but didn't quit.
Oh, I see. Well, we will see, I guess. Line up real quick. Of course, we have a reverse top 10, or a reverse complete grid. James Butler is not showing up on the roster. Did he have to quit, or did he lose connection?
I don't remember, but I do remember with Bertrand, I think his kids had kicked over his power box or something.
Oh no, that happens. And there we go, race 2, green flag. Aker Belt sits on the pole. We've got Mauricio Delgado diving into the outside of Heinrich Ermer. Martin Smith giving
Oh.
Eric S a punt. He's bulldozing his way through the field. We got someone totally skipping. He's going off into the distance, riding off into the sunset. He's had enough of this, whoever that is.
James came
Godspeed.
through there nice and clean.
Godspeed, you wonderful sir, whoever you were. Mysterious stranger. Martin Emmons failing to make any good off of this start. He has normally been pretty good at clambering up some positions at the start of these reverse grid races, but not today it seems.
And he picks
So
off.
steer off goes wide, so time for a position there.
Yeah, he picked off D, I think. Oh no.
Eric S has had enough. He's gone to the pits. Andrew D had a slide, it looked like, and Martin Emmons quick to gobble that up. Oh, David feet off in that turn, falling rapidly through the ranks. Almost looked like we were 3 wide for a second there with Ermer, Smith, and Kazchuk, but not so. It was an optical illusion. Martin Emmons trying to get a lineup on Steve Davidson, but it's not happening. Meanwhile, Andrew D wants that position back. Going real wide to get a run, either alongside. He's going to be on the outside of this next corner, so we'll have to see how he tries and plays this off. Edmonds outbreaks him. Just a little bit. Enough to close the door, though. But now he's getting held up by Butler in front.
Yeah, I think Edmonds picked off Steve in there, too.
Yeah, it seems like it.
So he not only held off D, but he also got Steve Davis. Oh, Javier.
Yeah, Mr. Vega. That's the bummer about making mistakes on these first few laps, is that it hurts a lot more because you lose more positions at a time.
Yeah. It's irritating because it's the most fun part of the race. It's when everything's happening.
Right. There's Mauricio Delgado got off the track at some point. He's falling. Rene Ermer might be able to snag a position if he plays his cards right, but there's a lot of people behind him. It's a big old conga line. Around the inside he goes. And I think that's going to be pretty much it. Can Butler do the same? I think not quite yet. But there's still 21.5 minutes left. We got plenty of time. Looks like Delgado's going to have a look on the outside, mayhaps. And looks like he sneaks through. No.
Martin picked off someone else.
Yeah, Martin looks to have shoved Butler out of the way and is now in 4th place. But will it stick? Oh no, even better. We got Ermer going off and sliding. Oh, and coming back on and collecting. Wow, that actually didn't end up that bad. There were a couple of good hits there, but no one really ended up in the wall, and doesn't look like anyone took too much damage.
Yeah, everyone just sort of helped keep him on the track.
We got Tobias Theoroff hitting a sausage curb and going sliding, but mercifully didn't end up spinning at all or anything like that.
Still nice pack of cards there. Cars.
It's definitely packed together pretty well. You could toss a blanket over a lot of these cars. Rene Ermer holding off Javier Vega, who's on a tear right now. We just saw him get really aggressive and try and make a double maneuver. Oh, and he gets a little bit too eager for his own good and makes Rene pay the price. That was not the best maneuver I've ever seen. Looked like Vega just outbroke himself, but he definitely gave Irmer a little bit
A
of
big
razzle
bash.
dazzle.
Mm. I was taking a run at D, huh? Oh, yeah.
Yep, Tobias Thierolf. D is trying to fight off currently. They are literally trading paint. Oh, and Thierolf goes, and so does Kazchuk. Oh, yeah, it is Kazchuk. Oh,
Too loud.
bummer for those two. I don't see people go off on those corners very much. Mauricio Delgado still in
Hanging on to
fifth.
fifth. Mm-hmm. I thought Steve was taking. Oh, hit
Oh
that
my.
slushes curve pretty hard, but didn't turn him over.
Yep, he's learning.
I think Steve is taking a look at taking a run at him.
Oh, a
Oh
big
no.
slide. Nice recovery though. That was a decent slide. That was a good
Yeah.
save. I might call that one a
That'll
7.
be best for race 2 so far.
Definitely best to race 2. Depending on the legitimacy of that one that Ackerbelts had, Akerbelts, I mean, it could be the best of the
Yeah.
day.
To really know, I'd have to go back to the original replay and look up what happened there.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
What happened? You lose
Uh,
feed?
yeah. Did yours break up too?
Nope. Mine has before in the past, but it's good for now.
Okay, mine totally hung up for a sec. So
Is it going now?
yeah, I can see it now, but
Okay. Yeah, sometimes that happens. A little bit of a look behind the curtains, audience. We are watching this on a joint stream through Parsec, so sometimes the internet can be a little finicky.
oh, Javier's got Delgado in his sights now.
Indeed. Vega has
And
been kind of on a tear, but has been a little bit inconsistent. So I'll have to see if he can make good on that deal against Delgado. He's very close, just as Tobias Thierolf is to Rene Armour up there. Ooh, a good run out of that corner.
yeah. Oh
Yeah, and
yeah,
he does it
easy.
very textbook. That was a great play.
Back to Javier.
Definitely
Okay,
a
let's.
popular candidate for the camera today.
Mhm.
Delgado outbreaks himself, goes wide.
Oh
Vega,
yeah.
ooh, almost keen to grab position from Davidson as well. Not quite though. We're approaching the halfway point of this race. Battles of note. James Butler has closed in on Martin Edmonds. Oh, well, actually Edmonds got by Butler, but now.
Probably at the same time as this last pass just came by.
Yeah, probably. And now we got Vega versus Stevenson versus D. Davidson, not Stevenson. We got that little battle going on. Got a good view of it from Vega behind.
Here we are, Butler.
So here's Butler versus Edmonds. Butler's got a pretty decent gap in front. That's gonna pretty much negate any extra braking he could do. but it doesn't take
Nope,
much longer
not gonna
to
be.
grab that position up.
Just ahead of these two, we've got acre belts as well.
Indeed, all of a sudden a ton of battles have popped up. Butler versus Acre Belts, or sorry, Butler versus Edmonds, D versus Acre Belts, Davidson versus D, Vega versus Davidson. It's a big old conga line. And David Feet versus Mircea Delgado versus Tobias Thierolf. So
yeah, Tobias is in his mirror. Oh,
slide from
Mauricio slid
Delgado.
again.
Seems to be his MO for this.
Yeah,
this
Mauricio's
race.
been doing a lot of sliding. Keeping it on the road ultimately, but losing time every time.
Hey man, saving a slide can be just as important as mastering a track, I think.
Mm.
You can lose a ton of time from spinning it, as we've seen.
Yes, that's right. You lose far more time when you outright spin out. Oh, he didn't. I thought Delgado came out behind Tobias, but Tobias is still behind him.
Well,
so maybe not for long.
Nah, they're really close. I wish you could. Oh, there we go. We're watching that right now. Oh, Thierolf gets a little bit late
too
braking
wide.
and a little understeery. We just passed halftime right about here.
Butler's fallen off.
Oh, it appears he has. Just a little bit. Oh, Tobias giving Delgado a little bit of a pit maneuver. Just sticking his nose in there. Doesn't quite have an effect, which is good because that would have been punishable.
Mm-hmm. Who's that to the side?
Is Edmonds?
That
No,
is.
it's not.
That
Is
is Heiner.
Irmer. Yeah, it's Henry.
He was kind
So
of Vega's anyway.
Vega's all the way up on Andrew D. Now looking for, I assume, an opening. Steve Davidson's fallen behind somewhat. Relegated to watch.
He's waiting for the crumbs.
And it's definitely possible that those crumbs could be Audi GTO sized.
Mm-hmm.
Given how aggressive some of these drivers, especially Vega ahead, have been a little bit. It could end up with a couple of sideways cars. We'll have to see. Looking a little bit behind David Akerbelts. Not much going on here, but we do get glimpses of David Feet versus Mauricio Delgado behind. Oh, a huge slide. Takes out a barrier. I think he's maybe going for slide of the save of the day, but unfortunately he didn't keep it on track, and that seemed like a little bit of a trying too hard moment. Maybe he just realized he missed his braking point and pulled the handbrake. You know, now that we have they added a safety car to Raceroom, I wonder if we could start implementing that in our races a little bit.
I don't know.
That could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know how the system, like what the intent was.
I think it was just a little bit of a, I guess, Easter eggy thing, or for people who wanted to set up their own leagues, kind of like us. Oh, we got Mauricio Delgado going off, I believe. Nope, it's Thierolf. It's Tobias TH. A shame. Looks like he kept it mostly in. No, Akerbelts dives on the inside of Mauricio Delgado. No cars actually go off, but that was a little bit untoward. But, I mean, I don't think there's any systems in place. I imagine it would have to be mostly organized, you know.
Like you're going to have to set aside someone to drive it unless there's an AI to use it. But then, like, what are you going to do it on? Full course yellows or something?
It would have to be 4 course yellows, because isn't that normally only what they use it for in real life? Or reds, but we're not going to do a red flag conditions here. Maybe for the safety or the warm up lap and stuff, the formation lap.
Yeah, on a rolling start.
Okay, the Acrebelt's Theorolf
Bono
feet battle is still going on, and Acrebelt's
and
goes sideways again.
Acrebelt. He's
Oh,
basically spun his way through the field.
yeah, that's a common thing, I think.
Yeah, that's always the thing is,
Oh, we got Javier
oh,
Vega with a nice save, sliding a save. It was a little messy, but there's tons of angle there. I'd give that a 6.
yeah.
We got a lot of good slides in here today. So with 9 minutes remaining, it's up to Butler is still hanging on to Edmonds for second. Javier Vega now in the pits. First taker of the day here, or this race, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Bias Theorwolf right next to David Feet. He's going to go on the inside of turn 1. Oh, and Feet just kind of gives it to him. Unless he outbroke himself, which it doesn't look like he did.
No, Tobias gets that one nice and clean.
Looking back to Maurice Delgado, who's not had a very good run of luck today. A little bit was self-inflicted, but nonetheless.
Yeah, with both Mauricio and Acrebelt, I was going to say about, you know, you want to push as hard as you can, but at the same time, if you push beyond your limit, you're just going to end up going backwards through the field.
Oh, and Mauricio has gotten very dirty tires, struggling to keep it on the track. And that's definitely true. It's and with these cars, they're a little bit awkward because, as being older cars, they are less assisted, very difficult to correct for in the event of a mistake. Though they are all-wheel drive, so there is an element of you can kind of boot it when you need to be straightened out.
There's recoverability there, yeah. But when you're too far out of shape, there's nothing you can do.
They will punish you. Getting a glimpse of Butler versus Edmonds. This is about where we've been for the past few laps. But Edmonds definitely doesn't have that much room to work with.
Now, I don't know if Martin was running the softies on the back in this one.
Well, I can't say I'm sure either, but
maybe
slide
he was.
Off. Yeah, that looks like it.
James has got it.
And there we go. Good timing on that camera cut there.
Yeah, James took to this car quite well.
James has always had a really interesting penchant for different cars. He's done really well in the GT3s in some series, but not in others. And then he's taken really well to some of the front wheel drive cars in when we've done them in Raceroom, but not always.
But he still complained bitterly about the thing.
Well, that's James for you, I guess. Oh, it looks like, speaking of, he's gotten a little bit bent out of shape.
Yeah, I thought he was just leaving Martin easily, but no, Martin's still in there. This corner, it's hard to slow down for that corner, and you have to. It feels like you're going way too slow, but if you don't do it, you'll pay.
Oh yeah, it's pretty long with a
Tight,
really extended
yeah,
straight
tight,
on the outset.
180-degree feels like, or more.
Yeah. Well, it could be. It looked like maybe at least 120.
Okay, Butler's gotten some space in again.
Yeah, it seems that one mistake was not enough for Edmonds to make too much progress, especially with this grip problems he's been having. With these, based on this analysis, I imagine that he is still running soft rears. Now some guys prefer a nice soft rear. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like the medium is good, but I like a nice hard rear too.
Mm.
Henrik Rimmer in 11th there. Props for hanging on. Martin Edmonds still trailing. Oh yeah, Butler's pulling away at about a second a lap. So Edmonds is doing all he can to hang on. It's not unforeseeable. It would be a pretty big miracle, but it wouldn't be unforeseeable that Andrew D could end up catching back up. He's got about 4 minutes remaining. It's about
Yeah,
3
12
laps.
seconds, 10. Yeah, that's a long ways to go. Yeah, we're back to 15.
Yeah,
It's swinging all over the place.
I saw the time go down, but I forgot about the weird timing gap problems we have sometimes with this. But for Steve Davidson, most of our battles have more or less gone
They've
away.
evaporated. Yeah, we're just in
Potentially,
random.
Renee Ermer could fight with David Feet soon, but that's still 2.5 seconds. Trying to keep getting an idea of what the actual gap is on some of these, but they do go all over the place a bit, don't they?
Yeah, when you're down around 2 seconds is reasonably accurate, but
I'm trying to get a read on D to Edmonds because Edmonds is losing several seconds now, and D is fluctuating about between 8 and 12. So Martin Smith going for a spin. That's our leader. And that's going to be Butler right there. Oh, wow. That was an inopportune cross there. Thankfully, no one got hit. But is he joining right in front of Edmonds? Oh, thought there was a fender bender there coming, but looks like not. Oh, who is who's there? Looks like there was some weirdness going on. Not entirely sure. It looked like Edmonds might have gone off, but not really. Not entirely sure who that was. Looks like we lost Andrew here. Well, I will soldier on. Only got a minute left. Renee Ermer on his own with a 4.6 seconds ahead to David Feet. So Feet's pulling away. It looks like Smith is holding off D a little bit, but D is catching up. 1.5 laps left, more or less. So depending on where the leader is just passing. No, that's not the leader. The leader already passed the start finish line. So this will probably be the last lap. Hello? Oh. theoretically we have Andrew D back, but it says he is away. Andrew, if you can hear me, there's a button in the top left that looks like a box with an X in it and a chevron above it. Press that one. There we go. Timer has expired. Welcome back. I can. Uh-oh. The timer just ticked over about 15 seconds ago to 0. And we're watching them kind of come in. Are you on the 6 still? Okay. Well, we got Butler finishing first. Martin is second. Martin Smith third. Looks like D will be the next one. You got back to something like 4 seconds, but not enough to count as a position there, sadly. Let me send you another invite. I mean, it's not like it hugely matters, but that was unfortunate timing. I mean, there weren't any real battles going on, but huh. And then of course, well, of course that's how that works. You're tempting fate is what you're doing. No, I used to live real close to Canada, and I'd go to Vancouver pretty frequently. And but even when not in Canada, I would getting a lot of Canadian radio commercials. I'd listen to radio a lot at my work, and one thing that's burned into my brain is the TELUS jingle. It goes, oh, 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 TELUS. But well, I just sang it, so don't listen too much to it. I don't think I'll ever forget. I'll be like setting stories to grandkids or something. Anyway, real quick, we got race over. We got James Butler in first place, Martin Emmons finishing second, Martin Smith the fastest lap in third, Andrew D in fourth, not too far behind. Steve Davidson in fifth, Tobias Thierolf in sixth, Renee Ermer in seventh, David Fee eighth, David Akerbelts in ninth, excuse me, and Marisa Delgado rounding out the top 10. Unfortunately, we can't have too much elaboration on the championship results because it's been so late that they've already been taken down. Again, my apologies, but it's been an absolute ride. It's the Sunday Funday on Saturday series anyway, so you know if you're in this for the results, you should probably be looking at different series anyway. But yeah, next series, as we kind of discussed, is the DTM through the years, the DTM Fest or Mercedes Fest. Oh, it looks like you lost Andrew again. Poor internet. Um, but yeah, the that's gonna be what's gonna be next. Starting on the 21st, we got 1992 DTMs at Aragon. Looks like that's every single race will be at Aragon. So join us there, May 21st, Sunday series on Saturday. Oh, there he's back. Oh, he's gone again. Oh, he's having rough times. Well, we'll give him a little bit of time to reorient. Huh? We believe in you, Andrew. Everyone in the chat. Hey, I was just telling everyone in the chat to chant your name so that they could summon you back. Yeah, that's really frustrating. I've been having similar problems with Comcast, which is what kind of we have down here, and not been happy at all. But they've got basically a monopoly, so it's a functional monopoly because the other one is basically incompetent. So yeah. Well, I just got done talking about the next championship, Mercedes DTM's at Aragon, and it's May 21st is the start date. So it's going to work through the 92s all the way up to the 21s. So that's going to be a great time. I forgot what we were talking about when your internet exploded. Do you remember? I just I wanted to, but oh, I guess I could just check the race app, huh? I didn't think about that. I was looking at the Discord. Speaking of which, you guys should join us. Discord, esr-race.org. We do all sorts of different series, including this one, Sunday Fun Day on Saturday. Like I keep saying, DTM Mercfest is the next one, but we've got stuff in all sorts of different series. All the way from this up to multi-class Mondays, which you've been doing, and we have the Saturday multi-class, which has been a little bit iffy because of internet problems, but something that will get better. Trying to track down the event on. Oh yeah, go ahead. Very nice, very nice. This is a good series. Um, Always fun to break out these crazy beasts of cars. Um, the 92s were a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. We have the I think we had the group fives as well at some point. But look forward to the DTMs through the ages series. We'll settle on a name eventually. Well, it's called DTM Mercfest. Yeah, I was just looking at it. So exactly. But yeah, that's all I got. Any last things from you, Mr. D? But we're gonna start a Kickstarter, a GoFundMe or something. But all right, well, good to have all of you guys. Join us next on the 23rd, as I keep saying, or the 21st actually is the correct date. Um, and yeah, visit us esr-race.org. We would love to have you. In any case, I've been Cole McRae. That's been Andrew. We're out of here. Bye.